See, when we are ignorant, when we are not aware, when we are not knowledgeable about the functioning of our own mind, then it is possible that our mind will behave in a very, very wacko way. Meaning it might get too angry, it might get too depressive, it might get too agitated. Have you seen people who can't do one job for a long time? They'll keep on switching jobs. Have you seen people who can't be in a relationship for long? They keep on changing their girlfriends and boyfriends and husbands and wives. Then you might have seen people who can't sit still. They'll keep on moving either their toes or fingers or eyes or shoulders or head is always moving. Why? Because their mind is moving. Their mind is disturbed, hence their body is disturbed. Their mind is agitated, hence their body is agitated. Because their liver channels are obstructed, hence they will have too much of anger. When their heart channels, as per the acupuncture, if those are stagnated, then the person will have lot of grief in their mind, and they always have a long list of what happened wrong with me. You just sit with them. They can give you 1,000,000 of stories, how they were ditched, how they were deceived, how they never found a true friend, how nobody understands them, how their father was bad, mother was bad, wife was bad, children were bad, neighborhood was bad, everything is bad, the whole wide world is bad. They have like a walking grudge boxes. They have so much of grudge. If you find these kind of emotions on big display, know this: the person's body is not functioning well, and for sure the person's mind is not functioning well. It's hard to change these bad habits of being sorrowful or being depressive or being angry or being switching on to things and objects and people, and even sometimes homes. They're changing their homes. In America, they say in one lifetime they'll at least move 8 times. 8 times. And in India, we have 8 generations living in one place. And they will make 8 changes in their houses. Now they like Manhattan, now they don't. Now they move into, they call it school districts. They'll move into that when their education required. Then they'll move because of job. Then they'll move, like Seattle, too much rain. New York, too much snow. California, too much heat, scarcity of water. Florida, let's go Florida. Florida, no good. Why? Too much rain, hurricanes are there. And every time they name the hurricane with the female name. Mary is coming, Jane is coming. And then somebody objected, you can't do this. Then they made a choice that one year they will have a male name, and the next year they'll have a female name to the hurricane which is coming. So then the whole, the society, all the males and the females were satisfied. But for a long time, which I remember, they always named a woman name, a girl name to the hurricane. And I wondered, I said, how come every time Jane is coming, where is John? How come every time Mary is coming, where is Marshall? That's not fair. But now finally US has woken up to this problem. So they say, no, 1 year male, 1 year female. So now they'll move to Florida. Then they say, no, Florida is no good. Then what's good? What's good? They have some. They'll move to Pennsylvania, they'll move to Washington, then they'll move there. 8 times at least they'll change houses. 3 times at least boys, or meaning boyfriend or a girlfriend. At least 5 average, 6, 8, 10. Why so much change? And then they say change is good. Who says? Somebody who always have been changing said this. And now everybody's picking up the same statement. Change is good. Keep on changing. Keep on changing. One time a woman came to see me, a Caucasian, white Caucasian lady. And she said that I had a very difficult childhood. I said, why? She said, my memory of my father is not there. And my mom had too many boyfriends. So I always have been wondering who is the real father. So my mom once said, okay, let's play the eeny, meeny, mo. And she selected one. And then she said, this is your father. So she had multiple relations. So she said, I always doubted that whom I am being told is my biological father actually is not. So I had this. So I would keep on comparing his eyes, his hair, my hair, his skin, my skin, until the DNA, test arrived. So she said, then all the male who would come in my house, I would sit or stand behind them and pull their hair whenever she could, so that she can send it for DNA testing. She said, my all teenage years just have gone like that. So I am very, very troubled. I never had a secure family. I don't have the love and security of a father. So whenever you say the things like the security which your father gives can't be enough. It is the real security which comes to you from God. She said, I don't have experience of the physical father security. How would I relate with the divine security? I really can't relate. I had a very, very difficult, and to this date, I don't know who my father is. And my mother every year was showing me new pictures. So I'm very troubled. So keep on changing, and yet the mind is troubled. It will remain so until you meet a master. M for master, M for mind. And then you begin to learn all about the mind and what the bliss is, where the bliss is, and how you can find the bliss. What's the methodology to create stability and integrity in the mind, and how to have this blinding ignorance veil lifted from your mind so that you become an awakened person yourself. That won't happen until the Guru arrives in your life. So the Guru, G for Guru, G for Gyan, then you don't remain goofy. No more goofy. Then you become a very responsible person. Not for others socially or economically, but you become very, very responsible in your heart, in your mind. Hence, then whatever you do in your life, you will do the best of best. And it is like a vouching of having an excellent life. That is the importance of knowledge in your life. Knowledge alone can teach you how to be disease-free in the mind. So be disease-free and be blissful. And then you will know how to generate bliss for yourself. You don't need any external help or object or person or thing or a situation to give you that. How liberating it is. And life becomes a joy. Nights are good to sleep beautifully, and days are great because that gives you the energy and stamina to do your yogasanas and sit down nicely and quietly for meditation, doing your pranayam, doing your chanting, and then doing whatever your job is, whatever your work is. So giving that space to grow spiritually, giving that space and opportunity to yourself to evolve and have an involution. It's very important, very, very important. So lucky are those who have this opportunity. Very fortunate are those. So you can feel proud at the moment when you are listening to this beautiful talk, because I am telling you, you are very fortunate. Yes, you are. You are a very, very fortunate person, and you have a good karma with you, which is providing you with these opportunities. So never ever condemn yourself, never ever be sad for this or that. Always look for chance to create more light, beauty, laughter, joy, music around you. And I believe every human has a right to have this kind of life. Prepared to die, and whenever the death happens, the death becomes not a reason for mourning, but becomes a reason for celebration. As I was saying, the person who was in his last stage, the person who was being treated for cancer, and he knew it that in days he's just going to go. But while having video call with me, he was laughing and laughing and Jai Ho, Jai Ho, Jai Ho, Jai. He kept on saying this for good 2 minutes. And I was laughing and seeing his laughing face. He was a very fair and very handsome man. Cancer had taken away his power and zeal of the life and so much, but yet the cancer couldn't take away his laughter. Cancer couldn't take away his mode of celebration. So he kept on saying, Jai Ho, Jai Ho, Jai Ho, Jai Ho, and laughing and laughing and laughing. No complaint, no grudge, no fear of the death. So this morning when I was given the news that last night he passed away, well, I said that was going to happen. And he was ready for that. So ready for that.